Acting like you're the best is not about arrogance. It is about certainty. It is about carrying yourself with the kind of confidence that tells the world you belong at the top. Most people are uncomfortable with this idea. They have been taught to stay humble, to stay quiet, to avoid coming across as cocky. But the truth is, the people who succeed at the highest level are not the ones who shrink themselves. They are the ones who own their space. They are the ones who walk into every room with the energy of someone who knows they deserve to be there. And that is why they rise while everyone else fades into the background. Confidence is not about being loud. It is about knowing exactly who you are and what you bring to the table. It is about walking into any situation with the mindset that you are prepared, that you are capable, that you are the best. Most people hesitate because they are afraid of looking foolish. They are afraid of being wrong. They are afraid of being judged. But the truth is, the people who rise to the top are not the ones who never make mistakes. They are the ones who are not afraid to take action, even when the outcome is uncertain. They are the ones who are not waiting for permission. They give themselves permission. And that self-belief is why they keep winning while everyone else stays stuck. Acting like you're the best does not mean you believe you are perfect. It means you believe you are capable of figuring it out. It means you trust your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Most people are stuck because they are waiting to feel ready. They tell themselves that once they have more experience, once they feel more prepared, once they are more confident, then they will take action. But that day never comes. Confidence does not come from knowing everything. It comes from taking action despite uncertainty. And the people who succeed are the ones who understand this. They are the ones who show up before they feel ready. They are the ones who speak up before they have all the answers. They are the ones who put themselves in the arena, even when there is a chance they might fail. And that willingness to act is why they rise while everyone else holds back. Most people are uncomfortable with the idea of thinking they are the best. They worry that it will make them arrogant. They worry that other people will judge them. But the truth is, people are already judging you. People are already forming opinions about you. So you might as well give them a reason to respect you. You might as well carry yourself with the confidence of someone who knows they deserve success. The people who succeed are not the ones who are worried about how they are perceived. They are the ones who are focused on showing up fully, executing at the highest level, and bringing their best to every situation. And that is why they win. Confidence is not about pretending you have it all together. It is about trusting yourself to handle whatever happens. It is about knowing that even if you fail, even if you get rejected, even if things do not go as planned, you have the ability to adjust, adapt, and keep going. Most people never develop this level of confidence because they are too focused on avoiding failure. They stay in their comfort zone. They avoid situations where they might be exposed. And that is why they never grow. But the people who succeed are the ones who understand that confidence is a muscle. The more you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, the more you train yourself to operate under pressure, the stronger your confidence becomes. And over time, that confidence becomes unshakable. Acting like you're the best is not about being better than other people. It is about being better than you used to be. It is about carrying yourself with the kind of certainty that comes from knowing that you have put in the work, that you have prepared, that you are willing to do what others will not. Most people do not carry themselves like this because they do not trust themselves. They know they have been inconsistent. They know they have broken promises to themselves, and that is why their confidence is weak. But the people who succeed, they have built their confidence through action. They have shown up consistently. They have done the hard things. They have followed through on their commitments. And that is why they carry themselves with certainty, because they have earned it. Acting like you're the best means showing up as the person you know you can become, even before you have proof that you belong at that level. It means speaking with authority, even when you are still learning. It means moving with confidence, even when you are surrounded by people who have more experience. It means trusting yourself, even when you are still figuring things out. The people who succeed are not necessarily the ones who have it all figured out. They are the ones who are willing to act with confidence while they figure it out. And that mindset is why they rise. So now the question is, are you willing to act as if you are the best? Are you willing to walk into every room with the energy of someone who knows they deserve to be there? Are you willing to speak with confidence even when you are uncertain? Are you willing to trust yourself even when there is no guarantee of success? Because the truth is, the people who succeed are not the ones who wait until they feel ready. They are the ones who act before they feel ready. And that is why they win. Acting like you're the best starts with your mindset. Most people walk through life with a passive, reactive mindset. They allow their environment to dictate how they feel. If people around them are supportive, they feel confident. If people criticize them, they shrink. If things are going well, they feel motivated. If things are hard, they get discouraged. But the truth is, real confidence does not come from external validation. It comes from within. The people who succeed at the highest level are not the ones who wait for permission to feel confident. They create it for themselves. They walk into every situation with the mindset that they are prepared, they are capable, and they are ready to deliver. And because they believe that about themselves, the world starts to reflect it back to them. Your mindset shapes how you show up. If you believe you are not good enough, you will hesitate. If you believe you are not ready, you will hold back. If you believe you are not capable, you will play small. And when you play small, you reinforce that belief. But the opposite is true. If you tell yourself that you are capable, that you are prepared, that you deserve success, you will operate with a different level of confidence. You will speak with more authority. You will take more risks. You will put yourself in situations where success is possible. And over time, you will build the kind of self-trust that allows you to stay composed under pressure. The mind is programmable. Most people's confidence is weak because they have been programming themselves to think small for years. They have trained themselves to expect failure, to expect rejection, to expect disappointment. And because they expect those things, they manifest them. But the people who succeed have trained their mind differently. They have conditioned themselves to expect success. They have programmed their brain to believe that they deserve to win, that they are prepared, that they have earned the right to operate at the highest level. And because they expect success, they attract it. Their mindset creates a feedback loop that keeps them performing at a high level while everyone else is doubting themselves. Confidence starts with the thoughts you allow into your mind. Most people sabotage their confidence because they entertain thoughts that weaken them. They tell themselves, I'm not good enough. I'm not ready. What if I fail? What will people think? And those thoughts become their reality. They hesitate, they overthink, they hold back. But the people who succeed have trained themselves to reject those thoughts. They have built mental filters that block out anything that weakens their confidence. When doubt creeps in, they override it with certainty. When fear shows up, they meet it with self-belief. When things get hard, they remind themselves that they are built for this. And because they control their thoughts, they control their actions. The mind follows the body, and the body follows the mind. If you want to change how you feel, you need to change how you think and how you carry yourself. Most people sabotage their own confidence with weak body language. They slouch. They avoid eye contact. They speak softly. They carry themselves like someone who does not believe they belong at the table. And because they carry themselves that way, people treat them that way. But the people who succeed carry themselves differently. They walk with their chest up. They make eye contact. They speak with clarity. They sit with presence. They move through the world like someone who knows they belong. And because they carry themselves with confidence, people treat them with respect. Your mind and your body are connected. When you carry yourself like you are confident, your mind starts to believe it. When you speak with authority, your brain registers that you have something valuable to say. When you move through the world with certainty, your mind starts to adjust to that reality. Most people are waiting to feel confident before they start carrying themselves with confidence. But that is backward. If you carry yourself with confidence first, your mind will catch up. And that is how you train yourself to operate at a high level, even when you do not feel ready. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who never experience fear. They are the ones who have trained themselves to act despite fear. They understand that courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to move forward in the presence of fear. Most people hesitate because they are waiting for fear to go away. They tell themselves that once they feel confident, once they feel ready, once they feel less nervous, then they will take action. But that moment never comes. Fear never fully disappears. The people who succeed are the ones who take action even when they are scared. They have trained themselves to recognize fear as a signal that they are stepping into growth. And because they have conditioned themselves to act despite fear, they build unshakable confidence. Confidence is built through repetition. You do not become confident by thinking about being confident. You become confident by taking action. Most people are stuck because they are overthinking. They are waiting for the perfect time. They are looking for the perfect strategy. But the people who succeed know that confidence is built through movement. Every time you put yourself in a difficult situation and you come out stronger, you build confidence. Every time you face a challenge and you handle it, you build confidence. Every time you execute under pressure, you build confidence. And over time, that confidence compounds. Success is not about talent, it is about certainty. Most people are held back by doubt. They second-guess themselves. They hesitate, and that hesitation costs them opportunities. But the people who succeed are the ones who trust themselves. They make decisions quickly. They act decisively. They are not reckless, but they are not stuck in analysis either. They have trained themselves to trust their instincts. And that ability to operate with certainty gives them a massive edge over people who are stuck in hesitation. And this is why acting like you're the best is so powerful. When you carry yourself with certainty, you change how people perceive you. You change how they respond to you. Most people are looking for someone to follow. They're looking for someone who seems certain. They are drawn to people who speak with authority, who make decisions with confidence, who carry themselves like leaders. When you act as if you are the best, people start to treat you like the best. They start to respect your opinions. They start to follow your lead. And that creates a cycle of confidence and influence that elevates you to the next level. So now the question is, are you willing to start acting like you belong at the top? Are you willing to speak with authority even when you feel uncertain? Are you willing to trust yourself even when you do not have all the answers? Are you willing to carry yourself with confidence even when you feel insecure? Because the truth is, the people who succeed are not the ones who are fearless. They are the ones who have trained themselves to act confidently in the presence of fear. And that is why they win. Acting like you're the best requires a different level of self-talk. Most people sabotage themselves with the way they speak to themselves. They fill their mind with doubt, fear, and insecurity. They replay past failures. They magnify their weaknesses. They tell themselves stories about why they are not good enough. And because they repeat those thoughts, they start to believe them. But the people who succeed have trained themselves to talk to themselves differently. They have conditioned their inner dialogue to reinforce their confidence, not weaken it. They speak to themselves with the same certainty and encouragement that a great coach would give to an athlete. And that internal dialogue becomes the foundation for their success. Most people speak to themselves in a way they would never speak to another person. They criticize themselves. They tear themselves down. They dwell on their mistakes. They call themselves weak, lazy, unprepared. And they wonder why their confidence is so fragile. But the truth is, your mind is always listening. If you tell yourself you're not good enough, your mind will start looking for evidence to confirm that belief. If you tell yourself you're not ready, your mind will start finding reasons why you are not prepared. Your brain is wired to reinforce whatever story you tell it. And that is why self-talk is so powerful, because it shapes your perception of reality. The people who succeed are the ones who have trained their mind to reinforce their confidence, not destroy it. They speak to themselves like a champion. They tell themselves, I've got this, I'm prepared, I'm capable. Even if I fail, I'll figure it out. They are not blind to their weaknesses, but they do not allow their weaknesses to control them. They know that confidence is not about ignoring flaws. It is about trusting their ability to handle whatever comes their way. And because they reinforce that belief through their self-talk, they operate with unshakable confidence. Most people think confidence comes from external validation. They think that if other people approve of them, if other people respect them, if other people praise them, they will feel more confident. But the truth is, confidence does not come from the outside. It comes from within. If your confidence is dependent on how other people treat you, it will always be fragile. The people who succeed have trained themselves to generate confidence internally. They have built a foundation of self-belief that does not require external approval. And that is why they are able to stay confident, even when they are criticized, even when they are doubted, even when things are not going their way. Self-talk is not just about positivity. It is about truth. Telling yourself that you are the best does not mean ignoring reality. It means focusing on the parts of reality that empower you. If you have put in the work, if you have prepared, if you have stayed disciplined, why would you not trust yourself? Why would you not believe that you are ready? Most people downplay their strengths. They focus on what they lack instead of what they have. But the people who succeed focus on what they have built. They focus on the hours they have put in. They focus on the discipline they have developed. And because they focus on their strengths, they operate from a place of confidence instead of insecurity. Confidence is not about knowing you will win. It is about knowing that you can handle whatever happens. Most people hesitate because they are afraid of the outcome. They're afraid of losing. They're afraid of rejection. They're afraid of looking foolish. But the people who succeed are not immune to fear. They have just trained themselves to trust their ability to recover. They tell themselves, even if this does not work out, I'll figure it out. Even if I fail, I'll get back up. Even if I get rejected, I'll adjust. That mindset frees them from hesitation. It allows them to take action without the weight of fear holding them back. And that ability to act with confidence, even when there's no guarantee of success, is why they keep winning. Most people talk to themselves like victims. They blame circumstances. They blame other people. They blame bad luck. And because they reinforce that victim mentality through their self-talk, they feel powerless. But the people who succeed talk to themselves like winners. They take full ownership of their results. They tell themselves, if I succeed, it's because I made it happen. If I fail, it's because I need to adjust. They refuse to give their power away. They refuse to let outside forces dictate their success. And because they have conditioned their mind to take ownership, they take action with confidence and control. Your self-talk determines your emotional state. If you tell yourself that you are not prepared, you will feel anxious. If you tell yourself that you are not good enough, you will feel insecure. But if you tell yourself that you are prepared, that you are capable, that you are built for this, you will feel powerful. And when you feel powerful, you act with more certainty. You speak with more authority. You take more decisive action. And that creates momentum, that creates results, that creates a cycle of confidence that keeps building on itself. Most people are stuck because their inner dialogue is stuck. They tell themselves the same limiting stories over and over again. They tell themselves that they are not good enough, that they are not ready, that they are not capable. And those stories become their reality. But the people who succeed are the ones who rewrite the story. They take control of their inner dialogue. They start telling themselves a different story. They tell themselves that they are ready, that they are prepared, that they have earned the right to win. And because they reinforce that belief through their self-talk, they start operating at a higher level. And this is why most people never succeed, because they never fix their self-talk. They keep reinforcing weakness instead of strength. They keep magnifying their insecurities instead of their strengths. They keep looking for reasons why they cannot succeed instead of looking for reasons why they can. But the 2% who succeed are the ones who take control of their inner dialogue. They train themselves to talk like winners. They tell themselves that they are ready. They tell themselves that they are capable. They tell themselves that they deserve to win. And that internal certainty creates external results. Acting like you're the best means speaking to yourself like you are the best. It means reinforcing your strengths instead of your weaknesses. It means focusing on the work you have put in instead of the areas where you're still growing. Most people are so focused on where they are lacking that they never give themselves credit for how far they have come. But the people who succeed are the ones who understand that confidence comes from self-trust. If you have done the work, if you have prepared, if you have stayed disciplined, why wouldn't you trust yourself? Why wouldn't you believe that you are ready? Why wouldn't you operate with the mindset that you have earned the right to succeed? So ask yourself, what story are you telling yourself? Are you reinforcing your strengths or are you magnifying your weaknesses? Are you telling yourself that you are prepared or are you convincing yourself that you're not ready? Because the truth is, the story you tell yourself becomes your reality. And the people who succeed are the ones who have trained themselves to tell a story that makes them stronger, not weaker. They have conditioned themselves to believe that they are ready, even when they do not feel ready. And because they operate with that mindset, they keep winning. Acting like you're the best requires a higher standard of execution. Most people want to succeed, but they operate at an average level. They want to be treated like the best, but they are not putting in the kind of work that deserves that level of respect. They are showing up inconsistently. They are doing the bare minimum. They are cutting corners. And then they wonder why they are not getting the results they want. But the truth is, the people who succeed are not operating at an average level. They are executing with precision, intensity, and consistency. They are holding themselves to a standard that most people are not willing to match. And that is why they win while everyone else stays stuck. Most people underestimate the level of work it takes to succeed at the highest level. They think that if they work hard for a few weeks, they should see massive results. They think that if they put in a little extra effort, everything should change overnight. But success does not work like that. Success comes from sustained excellence, not occasional effort. It comes from showing up every single day, not just when you feel motivated. It comes from executing at a high level even when you are tired, even when you are frustrated, even when no one is watching. And most people are not built for that. They are too focused on how they feel instead of what needs to be done. But the 2% who succeed, they are the ones who have trained themselves to execute regardless of how they feel. And that is why they keep winning. Most people are held back by inconsistency. They have moments of high effort, followed by stretches of laziness. They get motivated for a few days, but as soon as they face resistance, they back off. They show up strong when things are easy, but they disappear when things get difficult. And that is why they never break through. Success is not about intensity. It is about consistency. Anyone can work hard for a week or a month, but the people who succeed are the ones who can stay locked in for years. They are the ones who show up at the same level, day after day, year after year, regardless of how they feel, regardless of what is happening around them. And that level of consistency creates separation over time. The people who succeed at the highest level are the ones who are obsessed with the details. Most people are casual with their work. They show up, but they are distracted. They do the work, but they are not focused. They go through the motions instead of being locked in. But the 2% who succeed, they are different. They are not just working hard. They are working intelligently. They are refining their craft. They are studying the game. They are analyzing their performance. They are finding small ways to improve every single day. And because they are focused on the details, they keep leveling up while everyone else stays stagnant. Excellence is not a one-time event. It is a habit. Most people think that success is about big wins. They think that if they land a big opportunity or get a lucky break, everything will change. But success is not built on big wins. It is built on small, daily execution. It is built on doing the work when no one is watching. It is built on showing up with intensity, even when you are not seeing immediate results. The 2% who succeed are not the ones who are waiting for a breakthrough. They are the ones who are building momentum through relentless execution. And because they stay consistent long enough, the breakthrough eventually comes. Most people make the mistake of focusing on the outcome instead of the process. They are obsessed with results. They want to see progress right away. And when they do not see it, they get discouraged. They lose motivation. They start questioning themselves. But the people who succeed have trained themselves to focus on the work, not the outcome. They are not trying to control the results. They are trying to control their execution. They know that if they execute at a high level consistently, the results will take care of themselves. And that ability to stay focused on the process instead of the outcome allows them to stay locked in, even when the results are not showing up yet. Most people want to succeed, but they are not willing to refine their craft. They are not willing to put in the extra hours to master the details. They are not willing to study their performance and adjust their approach. They are not willing to face uncomfortable feedback and make corrections. But the 2% who succeed, they are obsessed with improvement. They are constantly looking for ways to sharpen their skills. They are not satisfied with being good. They are focused on becoming elite. They are not interested in being above average. They are committed to mastery. And that obsession with improvement is why they keep separating themselves from everyone else. High-level execution requires discipline. Most people only work hard when they feel motivated. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. The people who succeed are not dependent on motivation. They are driven by discipline. They have built habits that allow them to execute even when they are tired, even when they are bored, even when they are under pressure. They have trained themselves to show up and perform at a high level regardless of how they feel. And that consistency is what creates separation over time. Most people think success is about talent. They think that the people who succeed are naturally gifted, but that is not true. Talent might give you a head start, but execution is what determines who wins in the long run. The people who succeed are not always the most talented. They are the ones who execute with the highest level of focus and consistency. They are the ones who have trained themselves to stay locked in when others are distracted. They are the ones who have trained themselves to keep working when others are quitting. And because they execute at a higher level for a longer period of time, they create massive separation over time. Most people cannot handle the level of consistency that success requires. They want variety. They want excitement. They want to feel inspired all the time. But success is not about excitement. It is about repetition. It is about doing the same thing at a high level over and over again. It is about executing even when it is boring, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it feels like nothing is working. The 2% who succeed are the ones who have mastered the art of repetition. They have trained themselves to keep showing up even when it is not exciting. And because they stay consistent long enough, they build momentum that eventually becomes unstoppable. So ask yourself, are you executing at the highest level? Are you showing up consistently? Or are you working hard only when you feel motivated? Are you refining your craft, or are you just going through the motions? Are you focused on the details, or are you operating at a surface level? Because the truth is, success is not about talent. It is about consistency. It is about execution. It is about showing up at a high level every single day, even when you're not seeing immediate results. And the people who succeed are the ones who have trained themselves to execute at a level that most people cannot match. That is why they win, because they do the work that most people are not willing to do. Acting like you're the best requires a different level of presence. Most people go through life distracted. They are physically present, but mentally scattered. Their mind is jumping between thoughts, worrying about the future, dwelling on the past, reacting to what other people are saying and doing. And because they are not fully present, they are not performing at their highest level. But the people who succeed at the highest level are the ones who have mastered the art of presence. They have trained themselves to lock in fully on the moment in front of them. And that level of focus allows them to operate with precision, clarity, and confidence while everyone else is distracted. Presence is a competitive advantage. Most people cannot stay focused for more than a few minutes without getting distracted by random thoughts. Their attention is fragmented. Their energy is scattered. They are constantly reacting to the environment instead of controlling it. But the 2% who succeed, they have conditioned themselves to stay locked in for long periods of time. When they work, they are fully immersed. When they speak, they are fully present. When they perform, they are locked into the moment. And that ability to stay focused gives them an edge in every situation. Presence is about more than focus. It is about certainty. Most people hesitate because their mind is split between different thoughts. They are worried about how they are being perceived. They are thinking about the outcome. They are overanalyzing every move. But the people who succeed have trained themselves to operate with single-minded focus. They are not thinking about what people are going to say. They are not thinking about how things might turn out. They are focused on the action in front of them. They are committed to execution. And that level of focus allows them to operate with confidence and power. Most people sabotage themselves because they are constantly second-guessing their own decisions. They take one step forward, then hesitate. They speak up, then pull back. They make a decision, then immediately start questioning it. That hesitation creates weakness. It creates uncertainty. But the 2% who succeed, they have eliminated hesitation from their mind. They make decisions quickly. They take action with certainty. And they do not allow themselves to dwell on whether or not it was the right decision. They commit fully to the path in front of them. And that ability to operate without hesitation gives them massive leverage over everyone else. Presence creates authority. People are naturally drawn to people who carry themselves with certainty. Most people are uncomfortable with uncertainty. So when they see someone who is focused, grounded, and composed, they naturally look to them for leadership. The 2% who succeed are the ones who have mastered this energy. They are not trying to impress anyone. They are simply present. They speak with clarity because they are not overthinking. They carry themselves with confidence because they are not distracted. They walk into every room with the energy of someone who knows they belong there. And because they have trained themselves to stay present, they project strength even when they are under pressure. Most people try to appear confident by talking more, doing more, or trying to control the situation. But real confidence comes from stillness. It comes from knowing that you do not have to prove anything to anyone. It comes from knowing that you are prepared, that you are capable, that you have put in the work. The 2% who succeed are not the ones who are talking the most. They are the ones who have mastered the ability to stay calm under pressure. They are the ones who listen more than they speak. They are the ones who control their breathing, control their body language, control their emotional state. And because they project that calm energy, they naturally command respect. Presence is not about trying to control everything. It is about being fully locked into the moment. Most people are constantly thinking about what might happen next. They are trying to predict the future. They are worried about things that are outside of their control. But the people who succeed have trained themselves to focus only on what they can control. They are not thinking about how other people are going to react. They are not trying to control the outcome. They are focused on the action in front of them. They are focused on executing at a high level. And that ability to stay present gives them power over the situation. Most people are uncomfortable with silence. They feel the need to fill every gap in conversation, to say something, to react to every situation. But the people who succeed are comfortable with silence. They are comfortable with stillness. They understand that power comes from composure. They do not feel the need to react to every situation. They know that control comes from presence, from stillness, from not allowing the environment to dictate their emotional state. And that ability to stay calm under pressure creates massive leverage in every situation. Presence is about controlling your internal state. Most people allow the external environment to control how they feel. If things are going well, they feel confident. If things are going badly, they feel insecure. If people are supportive, they feel motivated. If people are critical, they feel discouraged. But the 2% who succeed, they have trained themselves to control their emotional state from the inside out. They stay calm even when things are chaotic. They stay focused even when they are under pressure. They stay grounded even when people are doubting them. And because they have trained themselves to stay composed, they project strength even when the situation is uncertain. Most people get thrown off course by distractions. They are focused for a little while, but as soon as something unexpected happens, they lose momentum. They get discouraged. They start questioning themselves. But the people who succeed have trained themselves to stay locked in, even when things are not going as planned. They understand that distractions are inevitable. They understand that pressure is part of the process. And because they expect those challenges, they are not thrown off when they happen. They stay locked in. They stay composed. And because they maintain that presence under pressure, they are able to keep executing at a high level while everyone else is falling apart. Presence creates momentum. When you stay locked into the moment, you start to build flow. You start to operate with less resistance. You stop overthinking. You stop hesitating. And because you are fully immersed in the process, your performance starts to rise. Most people are stuck because they never reach this level of flow. They are constantly interrupting their own momentum with overthinking, hesitation, and self-doubt. But the people who succeed are the ones who have trained themselves to stay fully locked in. They are the ones who have mastered the ability to operate with full focus, full intensity, full clarity. And that ability to stay locked in allows them to create massive separation over time. Acting like you're the best means mastering the art of presence. It means walking into every situation with the energy of someone who knows they belong. It means speaking with clarity because you are not second-guessing yourself. It means listening with full focus because you are not distracted. It means moving through the world with the kind of calm authority that makes people trust you, listen to you, and respect you. And the people who succeed are the ones who have mastered that energy. They are the ones who have trained themselves to stay grounded even when things are chaotic. And that ability to stay present under pressure creates massive leverage in every situation. Acting like you're the best requires emotional control. Most people are controlled by their emotions. If they feel motivated, they work hard. If they feel discouraged, they stop. If they feel confident, they perform well. If they feel insecure, they hesitate. But the people who succeed at the highest level are not controlled by their emotions. They have trained themselves to execute regardless of how they feel. They have built the ability to stay composed under pressure. They have trained themselves to stay focused even when they are frustrated. They have conditioned themselves to stay calm even when things are not going their way. And that emotional control allows them to operate at a high level while everyone else is breaking down. Most people allow their emotional state to dictate their behavior. If they feel tired, they give themselves permission to slack off. If they feel frustrated, they give themselves permission to quit. If they feel insecure, they give themselves permission to play small. But the people who succeed have eliminated that pattern from their mind. They have trained themselves to separate feelings from execution. It does not matter how they feel, they execute anyway. It does not matter if they are tired, they follow through anyway. It does not matter if they are discouraged, they stick to the plan anyway. And that ability to separate emotions from action allows them to build momentum while everyone else is trapped in cycles of inconsistency. Emotional control starts with awareness. Most people are not even aware of how their emotions are controlling them. They are reacting automatically. They are following their feelings without question. If they feel anxious, they hesitate. If they feel discouraged, they withdraw. If they feel frustrated, they lash out. But the people who succeed have developed the ability to observe their emotions without reacting to them. They notice the feeling of doubt, but they do not let it stop them. They notice the feeling of frustration, but they do not allow it to control their actions. They have created a gap between feeling and response, and that gap gives them power over their behavior. Most people think emotional control means not feeling anything. They think it means suppressing emotions, ignoring them, or pretending they do not exist. But that is not true. Emotional control is not about avoiding emotions. It is about responding to them in a way that serves you. The people who succeed are not emotionless. They feel fear, doubt, frustration, and anger, just like everyone else. But they have trained themselves to respond with strength instead of weakness. They have trained themselves to operate with composure instead of reactivity. They do not suppress their emotions. They control how they respond to them. And that ability to stay composed under pressure gives them a massive advantage. Fear is the emotion that stops most people from succeeding. They are afraid of failure. They are afraid of rejection. They are afraid of looking foolish. And because they allow that fear to control them, they hold back. They hesitate. They stay in their comfort zone. But the people who succeed have mastered their relationship with fear. They have trained themselves to act in spite of it. They have trained themselves to step toward fear instead of away from it. And that ability to take action while feeling afraid gives them massive separation over time. Most people will never break through because they are waiting for fear to disappear. But the people who succeed are the ones who have learned to move forward, even when fear is present. Frustration is another emotion that destroys most people's progress. When things are not working, when results are not coming fast enough, when setbacks keep piling up, most people give up. They tell themselves that it is not working. They convince themselves that they are wasting their time. And because they allow that frustration to dictate their behavior, they stop putting in the effort. But the people who succeed have trained themselves to keep working even when things are not working. They have trained themselves to push through the frustration. They understand that progress is not linear. They know that setbacks are part of the process. And because they refuse to allow frustration to control their behavior, they stay consistent long enough to create breakthroughs. The people who succeed have mastered the ability to manage pressure. Most people crumble under pressure. When the stakes are high, when there is a lot on the line, when they are being watched, they overthink, they hesitate, they freeze. But the 2% who succeed, they have trained themselves to stay calm when the pressure is high. They understand that pressure is a privilege. They know that pressure means they are in the right place. And because they expect pressure, they are not thrown off by it. They have trained themselves to perform at their best when the stakes are the highest. And that ability to stay composed under pressure gives them massive leverage. Most people think that confidence means feeling calm all the time. But the truth is, confidence means trusting yourself even when you feel anxious. It means trusting that you will figure it out even when you are under pressure. It means trusting that you can handle whatever happens, even if you are not sure how it will play out. The people who succeed have built this level of self-trust through repetition. They have put themselves in high-pressure situations over and over again. They have practiced staying calm when things are not going well. And because they have conditioned themselves to operate under pressure, they have developed the kind of confidence that most people never reach. Emotional control creates mental toughness. Most people are mentally weak because they have never learned how to control their emotions. They are constantly reacting to their environment. If things are going well, they feel strong. If things are going badly, they feel weak. But the people who succeed have trained themselves to stay mentally strong, regardless of the environment. Their confidence is not dependent on how things are going. It is dependent on their preparation. They know they have put in the work. They know they have stayed disciplined. And because they trust their preparation, they are able to stay mentally tough, even when the situation is chaotic. Mental toughness is not about avoiding negative emotions. It is about knowing how to handle them. Most people are fragile because they try to avoid discomfort. They try to avoid failure. They try to avoid criticism. But the people who succeed have built the ability to lean into discomfort. They expect failure. They expect criticism. They expect setbacks. And because they expect those things, they are not thrown off when they happen. They stay composed. They stay focused. They keep executing at a high level. And that ability to stay mentally tough allows them to build momentum while everyone else is stuck in cycles of emotional weakness. Most people will never reach their potential because they allow their emotions to control them. They let fear stop them from starting. They let frustration make them quit. They let pressure make them hesitate. But the people who succeed are the ones who have trained themselves to operate with emotional control. They have trained themselves to separate feelings from execution. They have trained themselves to stay calm when others are panicking, to stay focused when others are distracted, to stay composed when others are falling apart. And that ability to operate with emotional control creates separation over time. While everyone else is stuck in emotional cycles, the people who succeed are moving forward with focus and precision. Acting like you're the best means mastering your emotions. It means trusting yourself even when you are afraid. It means staying composed even when you are under pressure. It means executing at a high level even when you feel discouraged. And the people who succeed are the ones who have built that level of emotional control. They have trained themselves to separate their emotions from their actions. They have built the ability to stay focused even when things are not going well. And that level of composure allows them to create momentum while everyone else is falling apart. Acting like you're the best is not about arrogance. It is about certainty. It is about carrying yourself with the kind of confidence that tells the world you deserve to succeed. Most people never reach this level of confidence because they are too focused on what other people think. They are too worried about looking foolish. They are too afraid of failure. But the people who succeed are the ones who have trained themselves to operate with confidence, even when they feel uncertain. They have built a level of self-trust that allows them to take action without hesitation. And that self-trust allows them to rise while everyone else stays stuck. Confidence is not a personality trait. It is a skill. Most people think that confidence is something you are born with. They believe that some people are naturally confident while others are not. But that is not true. Confidence is something you build. It is something you train. It is something you create through consistent action. Every time you face fear and take action, you build confidence. Every time you push through discomfort, you build confidence. Every time you execute under pressure, you build confidence. And over time, that confidence compounds. It becomes part of who you are. And that is why the people who succeed are so confident. Not because they were born that way, but because they built it through repetition. Most people are waiting for confidence to show up before they take action. They tell themselves that once they feel more prepared, once they feel more certain, once they feel less nervous, then they will take action. But that moment never comes. Confidence does not come from knowing the outcome. It comes from trusting yourself to handle whatever happens. The people who succeed are not the ones who never feel fear. They are the ones who take action even when fear is present. They are not the ones who are certain of the outcome. They are the ones who trust themselves to figure it out. And that ability to take action without hesitation creates massive separation over time. Success requires certainty. Most people hesitate because they are afraid of making the wrong decision. They are afraid of failing. They are afraid of rejection. But the people who succeed have trained themselves to operate with certainty even when the outcome is unknown. They make decisions quickly. They take action without hesitation. They do not waste time second-guessing themselves. They trust their instincts. And that ability to operate with certainty allows them to create momentum while everyone else is stuck in hesitation and doubt. Acting like you're the best is about more than confidence. It is about identity. Most people are trying to succeed without changing their identity. They are trying to create a new life while holding on to their old habits, their old mindset, their old patterns. But the people who succeed are the ones who have changed their identity first. They have become the person who deserves success before the results ever show up. They have trained themselves to think differently, to speak differently, to carry themselves differently. And because they have changed who they are at the core, success becomes inevitable. Most people are stuck because they are trying to build success from the outside in. They are focused on tactics. They are focused on strategies. They are focused on finding the right opportunities. But the people who succeed have built success from the inside out. They have focused on becoming the kind of person who deserves success. They have trained themselves to think like the best, to act like the best, to operate like the best. And because they have built that foundation internally, success starts to show up externally. They attract opportunities. They create momentum. They build influence. And that is why they rise. Confidence is not about being fearless. It is about taking action in the presence of fear. Most people are waiting for fear to disappear before they take action. But the truth is, fear never fully disappears. The people who succeed are the ones who have trained themselves to take action while feeling fear. They have built the ability to execute even when their mind is telling them to hesitate. And that ability to override fear creates separation over time. Most people stop at the edge of discomfort, but the people who succeed are the ones who push through it. They have built the mental toughness to stay locked in when others would quit. And that toughness creates momentum that most people will never experience. Success is not about talent. It is about certainty. Most people are operating with hesitation. They are questioning themselves. They are overthinking. But the people who succeed have trained themselves to operate with certainty, even when the situation is uncertain. They speak with authority. They act decisively. They carry themselves with confidence, even when they do not have all the answers. And that level of certainty allows them to command attention, to gain influence, to create momentum. While everyone else is hesitating, they are moving forward. While everyone else is second-guessing themselves, they are executing. And that separation compounds over time. Acting like you're the best means raising your standards. Most people are operating at an average level. They are putting in average effort. They are settling for average results. But the people who succeed are the ones who have raised their standards. They have decided that average is unacceptable. They have decided that they will operate at a higher level, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it is inconvenient, even when no one else is watching. They are not interested in being good. They are obsessed with becoming great. And that obsession creates separation over time. Most people are comfortable with being good, but the people who succeed are not comfortable unless they're operating at the highest level. Most people think success is about luck, but it is not. Success is about standards. It is about execution. It is about consistency. It is about staying locked in when others are distracted. It is about staying disciplined when others are lazy. It is about pushing through failure when others are quitting. The people who succeed are not more talented. They are more consistent. They have built habits that allow them to operate at a high level every single day. They're not waiting for motivation. They have trained themselves to execute regardless of how they feel. And that consistency creates massive leverage over time. Now the question is, are you willing to act as if you are the best? Are you willing to speak with authority even when you feel uncertain? Are you willing to carry yourself with confidence even when you feel insecure? Are you willing to execute at a high level even when you are not motivated? Are you willing to stay composed under pressure even when the stakes are high? Because the truth is, success will not happen unless you are willing to show up with certainty before you have proof that you deserve it. You have to act as if you are the best before the results ever show up. And the people who succeed are the ones who have made that decision. They are the ones who have decided that they are worthy of success. They are the ones who have decided to carry themselves with confidence before they have the results. And that decision creates separation over time. Acting like you're the best means deciding that you are the best before you have evidence. It means walking into every room like you belong there. It means speaking with confidence even when you are still figuring things out. It means trusting yourself even when there is no proof that you are ready. And the people who succeed are the ones who have built that level of certainty. They are the ones who have trained themselves to execute under pressure. They are the ones who have created confidence through action. And that confidence allows them to win while everyone else is waiting to feel ready.